So over the last several days, the Blizzard forums have been bombarded by players demanding that Overwatch devs do something about players on consoles quote-unquote cheating in-game. At least many feel that this is cheating because several players on consoles are openly using a mouse and keyboard, and many say that that's an unfair advantage to those people using only a controller. Now, a lot of people on consoles like to believe that they're all on this level playing field. In fact, some people will point to that as one of the main perks as to why you should get a console. But in reality, I mean, people have been using mouse and keyboard on consoles for close to a decade. Sony actually has a product that they licensed that's a mouse and keyboard for the PS4 that openly advertises itself as being able to bring the deadly accuracy of PC to the console. And then you have Microsoft, who's been talking about bringing mouse and keyboard support to the Xbox One for quite some time. And in fact, just in the last few days, they reiterated the fact that yes, they still are planning on bringing this to the Xbox. But even if you don't have Microsoft and Sony backing these products, you still have really popular converters out there, just like the Zim 4, which works on PS4, PS3, Xbox One, and the Xbox 360. And I'll leave a link down below if you want to see what it is. But many people don't shy away from the fact that they use these types of products. And there was somebody who just the other day posted up a video of them on PS4, and they were beating one of the top players in the world in Overwatch, and they were using this Zim 4. So after several pages of users complaining about people using these products, the Overwatch team finally responded, and here's what they said. Quote, "The Overwatch team objects to the use of mouse and keyboard on console. We have contacted both first-party console manufacturers and expressed our concern about the use of mouse and keyboard and input conversion devices. We have lobbied and we will continue to lobby for first-party console manufacturers to either disallow mouse and keyboard and input conversion devices or openly and easily support mouse and keyboard devices for all players. So I encourage you to reach out to hardware manufacturers and express your concerns, but do so in a way that's productive and in a respectful manner." So that was the message from the Overwatch team. They said either ban it outright, don't let anybody use it, or make it so that everybody can use mouse and keyboard. So what the Overwatch devs are saying is that they have no way of monitoring what inputs people are using on the consoles. They say Microsoft and Sony don't let them have that information is basically what they're pointing to. And so Microsoft and Sony are the ones who have the power to limit what can and what can't be used as an input. And again, you may be asking yourself, why doesn't Sony and Microsoft just ban these sort of devices? But the problem you have with that is you have millions of people who are handicapped or disabled who rely on these sorts of devices being able to plug in, being able to use different inputs so that they can enjoy the games that you enjoy. Maybe there's a lot of people out there who can't hold a controller and use it the way that you or I do. And there's companies who develop products specifically for these people so they can still, play the games and enjoy them themselves. So if you cut off all those extra inputs and you made it so that only controllers could be plugged in, I mean, you're cutting out all those people who are physically handicapped. But I think the more logical and honestly the more likely approach is the developer's second option, which isn't to ban it, but simply to make it wide open for everybody to have easy access to plug in a mouse and keyboard and use it with their games. And I say that's more likely because, again, you've got Sony who's already licensed a product that's out on the store shelves right now. You've got Microsoft who, again, stated just the other day they intend to bring mouse and keyboard still to the Xbox One. But at the same time, they need to do more to allow players to match the corresponding input. So if you have a player on a controller you should do something in place that makes it so that they're playing against other people with controllers. And maybe that means opening it up for devs to be able to see what sort of inputs are being used on their games, or maybe it's Microsoft and Sony who has to do something. But I think it's in everybody's best interest to make that sort of thing happen. So I can understand the frustrations on all sides, but from the sound of it, if what the Overwatch team is saying is true, then it does sound like it's a problem that Microsoft and Sony are going to have to take the lead on. Or they could just continue to look the other way, which is what's been going on for the last decade. So again, if you want to see this Zim 4, you want to see these sort of products that people are using on consoles to use the mouse and keyboard, links are in the description box. Post your thoughts on this controversy below. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.